Welcome back to 5 Minute Modding everyone. Today we're going to be taking another look at Nightsister modding. As a lot of you may know, my first video was an in-depth guide about Nightsisters, and a lot of the modding and techniques of the team are explained a lot more in detail on that. So if you're looking for some more details about the team overall, be sure to check that out. For everyone else, please enjoy a quick overview of what you should be using on this amazing squad that's viable in almost all areas of the game, but shine mostly in raids, GOTB and GAC. So first of all is one of the leaders for this team, Mother Talzin. For her you're going to want an offense set and a health set, and for her primaries you're going to need health on the circle, offense on the cross and triangle, and speed on her arrow. In terms of secondaries, your main goal is going to be offense and speed. As always, percentage based offense is a lot better than numerical, but on offense primaries numerical is the only possibility. As many of you might be asking, offense is much better than crit damage for Talzin due to her naturally low crit chance. And potency also isn't needed, as her lead gives plus 50% and her base stat is quite high, easily enough to get her over 100%. For speed you need to aim for at least plus 100 from mods. Moving on to our second potential leader, Asajj, who you're going to want to mod with a crit damage and a crit chance set. For her primaries you're going to want health on the circle, offense on the cross, crit damage on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. For her secondaries it's pretty similar to Talzin in the sense you're going to be focusing mainly on offense and speed. In terms of speed, you need to aim for about plus 90 from mods. She gets a nice speed buff from Rampage, as well as plus 30 from hers or Talzin's lead. So with half decent mods, she's going to go first fairly often against most teams. Offense is also extremely important on her, as when a unit dies, she's going to gain 15% of her max offense, along with some crit chance and max health. Next up we have Dhaka, who you're going to need to mod with 3 health sets with health primaries on the circle, cross and triangle, and crit avoidance on the arrow. Now the reason we use crit avoidance and stack her with health is we want her to be as hard to kill as possible, making it as hard as possible for an opponent to take her out, as while she lives she can easily revive the entire team, making her a massive problem for anything she comes up against. The main reason for health though is it supports her Zeta, which grants her an additional 10% of her max health whenever she revives someone, so after a few revives her health can start to get extremely high. Also I'd like to say, don't bother stacking protection on any of your Nightsisters. Health is much more effective due to revives, which is what this team is based on. Once protection's gone, it's done for the battle, so health is a lot more useful for all your Nightsisters, as they're going to revive with full health each time. Now moving on to her secondaries, your main goal with her is to get additional speed, given how we're not running a speed arrow. Ideally you need to aim for at least plus 70 speed from mods, with more if possible. Health secondaries are also worth aiming for if possible with speed. Up next we have Zombie, who's going to need 3 health sets. You're also more than welcome to use defense sets if they have better secondaries, but I would still recommend health sets over them where possible. For her primaries you're going to want the same as Dhaka, so health on the circle, cross and triangle, with crit avoidance on the arrow, for the same reasons as Dhaka. You want her to be tanky so it's harder for your opponents to get around her and onto the rest of your team. For secondaries, again the same as Dhaka, your main focus is going to be speed, with a minimum goal of plus 70 from mods, but again the more the better. Outside of this, feel free to look for health and defense on the secondaries to make her even more tankier. Finally we have Nightsister Spirit, who you're going to need to mod with an offense and a crit chance set. She's going to be a massive damage dealer on the team, and has some rather fast base speed, so for primaries you're going to want health on the circle, offense on the cross, and either crit damage or offense on the triangle, with my personal recommendation being crit damage. Finally we want speed on the arrow. For her secondaries your main goal again is going to be speed and offense, with a minimum speed goal of plus 80 from mods. After that look purely for offense, and maybe a little crit chance as you're going to want to hit in as hard as possible. And that's all for today everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed a faster video covering this amazing team. I'm sorry if anyone's annoyed I'm covering something I've already done, but I know a lot of people have trouble modding this team and want a quicker summary than my in-depth guide. Nightsisters are one of the most versatile teams in the game, offering massive benefit to many different areas, so I want everyone to know the best way to mod them. Next time on 5 Minute Modding we're going to be looking at the Sith Triumvirate and how to best mod them. As always everyone, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ring the notification bell, and even hop into my Discord server. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.